Hey Aries, thanks for joining me here at Major Arcana. I've already pre-shuffled these cards so we can just jump right into it. I'll place your person's cards on my left, your cards will go on my right, and then mutual cards will go right in the center. So, okay, I'm starting off with the cards backwards. Let's do it. 5 of Cups. I keep wanting to say Sagittarius. It's Temperance, which represents Sagittarius. We have the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, 9 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. It's interesting to me that the 5 of Cups came up with this side displayed, because the 5 of Cups, we see that the 3 are spilled over. Some interpret that as crying over spilled milk, crying over the things that happened in the past, things that you can't really change. But this side is displayed, and so to me I kind of feel like it's hopeful. It's a hopeful message, because we see this flower blooming, right? So it represents something growing as a result of these spilled cups, right? I kind of interpret it like the water has to go somewhere. It's seeping into the ground, and as a result, able to create this new growth, this new situation, hopeful and optimistic path forward. And of course, the 2 cups that are standing up could be the 2 cups of love, something your person loves or loves to do. It started off that maybe they were regretful, remorseful, but now they're feeling hopeful. Could be that they've sent a message, right? 5s represent conflict, but they also represent a change as a result of the conflict. So if you and this person had some kind of falling out, and they're hopeful now, it could be that maybe in the beginning you blocked them, right? Unwilling to listen to their apologies or to their stories or whatever you were fed up with. But now maybe you unblocked them. They were able to get a message back, or a message to you. Maybe you responded. Maybe you unblocked them. Maybe there's a path forward that they can reach you. So they're trying to be patient. They're not trying to rush into it because they don't want to blow their chance. And this is in the position of how they view you. Let's see. There's a mad glare here. Let's see if we can push things back. Okay, that's better. All right. So, in the position of how they view you is the Temperance card. That, like I said, they don't want to rush into things because they don't want to blow their chance. Hoping that you'll be patient with them as they try to prove to you why they deserve another chance. So we have the 8 of Swords, feeling stuck. This is self-imposed, because if this person were to release themselves from these bonds, they could see, and look at, even there's a blade like at the ready. They're not even tied that tight, right? So this is self-imposed bondage where if they could release themselves and release the blindfold, that they can see the path forward. But 8 of Swords to me, they feel, or maybe they felt stuck, because they didn't have a way to communicate. They didn't have a way forward. They didn't have a way to approach. Something changed though, and I don't know if it's because you unblocked them. Maybe you reached out to them instead, or whatever the situation is, or maybe you have mutual friends who are saying, giving them the green light or whatever it is, but they were feeling stuck in the situation. 8 of Swords. But I feel that that's shifting. As I said, 5s represent change as a result of a conflict. So things are changing. They're getting unstuck. Feeling more brave, feeling more optimistic, feeling more hopeful. On your side, Knight. Did I say Knight? Page of Wands. Page of Wands does represent communication, but you're facing away from them, so you're not going to make it easy for them. Almost like you want to have the exchange, but you don't want to make things easy, or you don't want them to think that they got off the hook or anything like that. I think you're still gonna kind of put them through the ringer to let them know that you're still upset with whatever it was that you've been dealing with, but you're open to the idea of communication now. Hurt feelings with the Nine of Wands. This could be a player card. You know, it could be a situation where you suspected that they were cheating, or having, what do they call those? Like the text messages, emotional cheating. They got a work wife or a work husband or something like that. So this is could be a player card for some, wounded warrior for others. You know, just feelings being hurt over a situation that played out, and you know, I don't want to say punishing them as a result, because I feel like punishing is too strong a word, but potentially, you know, you have the upper hand and you know it with the Queen of Pentacles. You have the upper hand and you know it. In this connection, you can basically get whatever it is that you want. If you want a commitment, if you want, you know, material wealth, if you want quality time, whatever it is that you want from this person, now is the time to get it, because they're willing to do whatever it takes to win you back. Okay, so abundant in options, as a way for them to like get back in your good graces. Whatever it is that you want, ask for it, because they will give it. High Priestess, there's still doubt here about, you know, fidelity, faithfulness, loyalty. You know, there's still questions here with the High Priestess. Uncertainty exists in this connection, but the only way to like if they are the one who messed up and, for example, cheated or whatever, then they have to understand that it's going to take time for you to process it, that you don't get to heal on their timeline. You get to take however long it takes, you know. So I definitely feel like with this High Priestess energy, there's still a little bit of doubt or uncertainty. And so, you know, if it takes for, I'm not an advocate for going through anybody's phone. I don't agree with that. But other ways that they can reassure you that they're being true to you, you know, whatever that means for you, whatever it is that you need, ask for it so that you can remove the doubt, right? And if they won't accommodate, you know, and try to replenish the trust, and try to rekindle this connection, and maybe it's not the right one for you, right? But you get to move on your own, at your own pace, on your own timeline and healing, and you get to be reassured however it is that you need to be reassured. If that means that they contact you, you know, on their break, or I don't know, words of affirmation, or whatever it is that you need, you ask for it and they should give it. So the Four of Swords. Oh, we should call out the signs, huh? Four of Swords is Capricorn energy. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo with the Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius also with the Temperance. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the Page of Wands. Pisces energy with the High Priestess. Five of Cups, Scorpio energy. Eight of Swords is Libra energy, and then Capricorn, as I said. Okay, so anyway, the Four of Pentacles represents like a kind of a selfish energy, and I feel like that's I mean, it's in the mutual space, but I feel like for them, the selfish thing is that they want you in their life. And so whatever way that they can have you, that's their selfishness speaking. Whatever way they can get you back, they're going to do it, right? Because they're on one track mind. For you, selfishness might mean something else, and that means whatever it is that you need or that you want in this connection, you get to get it, right? You're the one who was wronged, so you're the one who gets to receive it. So being selfish, and it is and asking for what it is that you need, is the Four of Pentacles. So being selfish, but in different ways. It applies to both of you. Let's pull, how many cards? I do 2 for these. Oh, yeah, let's pull 2 cards. Okay, so this one slipped out. We're taking that. Let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. And the second one, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So like dates, playfulness, getting back to like a fun time in your connection, I think will do you good. And then I'm gonna leave it here. But if you, I'm just feeling so spacey right now. If you want a personal reading in between these sessions, because I don't do the zodiac as frequently as I used to, just reach out. My email is in the description box below, and I'll provide that for you. Also, don't forget to do all the YouTube things, like, share, and subscribe. It's free for you, but means so much to me. And comment if it resonates. That way you can claim it. So we'll talk soon. Bye.